Hi everyone, welcome to GTA 3, the Definitive Edition, the Let's Play, episode number 14. And this time around I want to do some more missions. Now, in the last episode we did a few missions for, we did one or two for Ray, I think. No, just one. We did, I think we did Grand Theft Auto for Kenji. We did Uzi Rider for King Courtney, that was a bit of a pain. And Sounds to Sneak for Ray, yeah, that's what we did. And I think right now I'm gonna go to Mafia territory because I wanted to check out whether the Mafia have shotguns. And spoiler alert, they do, even in this version. They did definitely in the original. I was just curious, because I thought that maybe they didn't give them shotguns in this version because they knew how bullshit it was, that they just pretty much one-shotted you and you're dead. But no, it's still the same, so we're gonna have to avoid scent marks in future, when we can, anyway. So yeah, as I said when we were doing, I can't remember exactly what mission we were doing, but I think it was when we were doing missions for El Burro, back in Portland. Yeah, the Mafia do hate us. I think we're dead. Yeah, we are. Thanks for not getting out of the car quick enough, Claude. You just killed us all. I'm gonna go back again, because I was kind of curious to find out how long does it take you, how long can you survive. So here's another demonstration. Yes, I am gonna die again, but I'll just reload from the save, right? Don't panic about me losing weapons or anything. I'll just reload. I think he has a shotgun up here. He does. Oh joy. Yeah. Let's just reload the save. Yep, that's it. Last time we also ranted about the Jeremy Kyle show. By we, I mean me, because I hate the program. And if you're watching and you're a big fan of it, what's wrong with you? Really, what is wrong with you? It's rare that I say that about people who like shows that I don't like, but genuinely, what is wrong with you? You must just like laughing at other people's misery. Because that's kind of what it is, just a load of misery. And shouting, and screaming. And getting nowhere in life. Yeah. I think we're going to do a mission for Ray, because we're right here, near Belleville Park. Also, the Landstalker is not a very good vehicle, because it likes to flip over. You may have seen it, and how jumpy and erratic it can be, like now. Okay, I know we're going up a bump, but still. Come on, Ray. Arm shortage.
Hey, kid, over here! An old army buddy of mine runs a business in Rockford. We saw action in Nicaragua back when the country knew what it was doing. Anyway, some cartel scum roughed him up yesterday. Said they'd be back for some of his stock today. He's gonna need backup, and in return, he'll give you knockdown rates on any hardware you buy. I'd go myself, but the old sciatica's playing up. So, good luck.
So, arm shortage is a mission for Ray, obviously, and it involves going to a little military area. Phil's army surplus. Phil Cassidy is a character in the series who has appeared multiple times in Vice City, Liberty City Stories, and Vice City Stories. Though in Vice City and Vice City Stories he did have a bigger role. He was like a main character. In this game and Liberty City Stories, he's just like a shop owner. He sells guns, he sells military hardware, and when we complete this mission, we will unlock the ability to buy weapons from him. Which I will do just this once, but in the future when we get the hidden packages from Shoreside, we'll have all 100 and we can regularly access things like the rocket launcher and the M16. We obviously already have the shotgun, he sells shotguns as well. And then we'll have everything in the game. Yep, regular access to heavy weapons for free. So don't expect me to come down here very often. And that tank is locked, by the way. It's locked until you complete the last mission of the game. The last story mission. Okay? So don't bother trying to steal it. It's locked. But he gives us these weapons for free to help him here. The M16 is a powerhouse, by the way. This thing is absolutely lethal. Although I do die this time around. Because the Colombians just spawned behind me. And I didn't see them. So, yeah, they caught me off guard. And shotgun pellets can have quite a range in this game. Yeah, they're not very nice. Neither are Molotovs. When I was ranting and raving about Jeremy Kyl's show, I started to think about other shows that I don't like. Oh, Mission Failed. Thank you. I started to think about other shows on British TV that I don't like, or that I have certain opinions on. One of the shows that I can think of that I don't like watching is The Chase, right? The Chase started in, I think when I was in high school. It's that far back. So 2011 maybe slightly after 2013. I don't know, but it's been running a long time. And the thing is with The Chase is I don't think it's a good program. It's not a good quiz show. Because the odds of you winning are very, very low indeed. In fact, I've only seen a handful of times of somebody actually winning any money. Especially compared to other quiz shows, like, well, there's Moneyball on right now. I will say that the questions in that show are often pathetically easy. There's only been 2 that I didn't know, and that's because I don't know about modern pop music. But other than that, I knew every single one. I'm not even saying that to be to talk about how intelligent I am, because intelligence I don't think plays a part in those questions, because they're just questions that a lot of people know. Right? They're easy. And the thing is with Moneyball is that you can win a lot more money in a shorter amount of time than you can on The Chase. On The Chase you have to watch the entire program. It takes up an hour of your time. It's about roughly maybe 40 minutes of actual program, and then the rest are advertisements on the TV. So it takes, let's say, 40-45 minutes for you to watch it. In reality, there's probably quite a lot of talking cut out. And so the format with The Chase is there's 4 people who have never met before, right? I don't know why they harp on about this fact, because it doesn't bloody matter, right? It doesn't matter whether they know each other. Their own intelligence is what matters in a quiz show. Like, their quizzing ability, right? So, 4 people, they take it in turns to go into the cash builder round, which is where they ask questions, and every time they get a question right, £1,000 goes into their cash pot, right? Then they face who is somebody referred to as the Chaser, which consists of a team of people, although only one person per episode gets chosen. And the Chasers are very, very intelligent quizzes, and I mean very, right? These guys are good. People like Anne Hegarty, she's my favourite, by the way. Anne is... okay, I don't enjoy the actual Chase show itself, like watching it, but whenever Anne's on, it's a lot more tolerable, sorry. She even had a show of her own, Britain's Brightest Family, which, to be honest, those people weren't bright. Well, Anne is incredibly bright. There's also Sean Wallace, otherwise known as, well, they've all got nicknames. Chris Bradley Walsh takes the piss out of them all, which I think is rather rude. Some of the things he says are quite rude, to be honest. I wouldn't enjoy those things said to me. In fact, he'll get a swift kick in the nuts if I was sitting in the Chaser's chair and he was saying things to me. I wouldn't be too happy. But hey, well, you know, it's TV, it's all put on, none of it's real. unless it's a real life documentary. Mr. Whoopi, by the way, first time I've seen one in Storm, to my knowledge. Now, I think, what are we doing next? I think it might be an Asuka mission. I was just checking at this point to see what I wanted to do next, according to the plan. Either way, so there's the Governess and Hegarty, there's Sean Wallace, the Dark Destroyer. These names are incredibly edgy, I know. The Vixen, Jenny Ryan. There's the new one, the Menace. What is his name? He's new anyway. I know he has a name, I just can't remember what it is right now. And, oh, Kenji mission. Right, I remember now, it's Shima. Oh no, Deal Steel.
When trouble looms, the fool turns his back, while the wise man faces it down. The Colombian cartel have ignored repeated requests to leave our interests in liberty well alone. Now they are negotiating terms with the Jamaicans in order to humiliate us further. They are finalizing a deal across town. Take one of my men, steal a Yardley car, and go pay your respects to the Colombians. Our honor demands that you leave no one alive!
Sorry, I just got confused about what mission we were doing. I knew we were doing Shima in this episode though. So got the governess. Okay, the Vixen. We've got Sean Wallace, the Dark Destroyer, the Menace, the new guy on the team. We've got Paul Sinner, who is the Sinnerman. Ah, funny. And the Beast, Matt Labette, who, yeah, all of them are pretty good quizzes. I hope I haven't missed one. I doubt that I have, because there's 6, I think. 6 chasers in total. I believe so, anyway. Though Paul Sinner is going to be retiring from the programme, because sadly he was diagnosed with Parkinson's. And it's a real shame, because he's a nice guy. The most approachable, I think, out of the chasers, honestly, and probably the funniest as well, because he is, in real life, not just a doctor, but a comedian. I've never seen one of his comedy shows, but I think it makes me want to. I'm wondering if they're recorded anywhere so I can watch one. I imagine they'll be pretty good. The reason that, okay, so they face off against the chaser, if they manage to beat them, by that I mean it's a physical sort of grade, so they start off at different points on the board and the chaser starts at the top, and if they manage to get to the bottom of the board before the chaser catches up with them, they get to take the money and put it to the major cash pot for the entire team, right? And then the other 3 people in the team play the same way as I just mentioned. And then what happens is at the end, whoever's left on the team, whoever managed to get back with the money, are playing for that money, and it's an equal share each of that money. So if they got 10 grand and there's 2 people on the team, it's 5 grand each, which is the reason why I say that you're not really going to win a whole lot, because it's shared between a team. I have seen one person, right, one lady, take on a chaser and win before, right? I've seen that. The difference is that she was incredibly good, she was smart. But a lot of people on the chase are not, right? A lot of people on the chase get certain questions right, like things on fashion or modern music, but then they completely fail when it comes to history, which is honestly a subject they like to use a lot. There's also the subject of sport, a subject I know nothing about, like which team won in 2012 in the FA Cup final. I don't bloody know, do I? The only people who know that are football fans, and even then I bet some of them don't even care if it's not their team that won. So, you know, how am I supposed to know that? By the way, the waypoint is showing me the way to back to Kenji's, if you're wondering. Yeah, Deal Steal is an okay mission. You just need to get out your Yardie and Lobo and disguise yourself, so then you can interrupt the deal and steal the merchandise, whatever is in this briefcase. So yeah, that's Deal Steal. But I don't like the chase because the odds of you winning are incredibly low. And then what happens at the very end is you and your team play to get points, and the more points that you get, the further away, the more steps ahead you get of the chaser. The only issue is that when the chaser comes and takes their turn, well, let's just put it like this: you've got 2 minutes to answer quickfire questions, and for every question you get right, you'll get a point on the board, right? And then after those 2 minutes is up, whatever points you get, that's how many steps are on the board you'll get. And then the chaser takes their turn. So if it's a number like 15, you've kind of had it, right? Because the chaser can answer 15 questions with about 30 seconds on the clock remaining. That's even if they get one wrong. If they do get one wrong and then you get the question right, they're pushed back just one place. But to be honest with you, anything under 20 is like, it's child's play. You might as well not bother, you might as well just walk out. In fact, just walk out before you can get there. Alright? By the way, Two-Faced Tanner.
Maria and I have gone shopping. Our source in the police has informed us that one of our drivers is a strangely animated undercover cop. He's more or less useless out of his car, so we've tagged it with a tracer. Make him bleed.
Alright, so Two-Faced Tanner does require a little bit of context. Tanner, if you're wondering, is obviously based on the guy in the Driver series of games, the undercover cop. It said strangely animated because in Driver 2 you could leave the car and walk around. And he's pretty much useless out of his car. Basically they're taking the piss out of Driver, which was GTA's biggest rival at this time. And we know what happened with Driver 3. But Driver 2 was the most recent game there, and GTA just blew it out of the water for being an open world driving game. Even though this is like it's a sandbox game, it's not a story, but you know what I mean. This game trounced Driver 2 in sales and popularity and ratings, so there you are. And this is just GTA taking a stab at Driver. And you know what? Driver did in fact take stabs at GTA as well. I remember Driver 3 does have some NPCs which well, it's kind of like a parody of Tommy Vercetti, right? He's supposed to kill them, and they're apparently not very good at shooting or something, which is an insult to Tommy Vercetti, who is a gangster, you know, pretty successful one as well. So yeah, there was a little bit of rivalry going on. Obviously GTA won because Driver is no longer a thing, at least. When was the last Driver game? Was it Driver San Francisco or something like that? Don't remember. I've never really played any Driver games except the first one on PS1 and guess the annoying in a car park section where you have to perform silly things like a 180-degree turn and slalom around the bloody pillars in the car park. Yeah, that was a bit ridiculous, wasn't it? You have to pass this stupid test before you even play the bloody game. After that, I mean, it's okay. I'm just saying. So that's it for Two-Faced Tanner. Also, he has a strange running animation, so that's cool. He's strangely animated, because I don't think they animated him particularly well in Driver 2, the main character. Anyway, so we've covered the chase, and why I don't enjoy it. I also don't enjoy, I don't enjoy certain people on the TV, it's just because I keep seeing them everywhere. Bradley Walsh seems to be everywhere right now. He's also done Aside from doing Doctor Who, which I don't watch because I think that's a load of crap, personally. Sometimes I think it's just purposefully bad, you know, like as a theme. Some people do genuinely like Doctor Who. I knew somebody at school who did love Doctor Who. In fact, 2 people. I don't like it. I'm not going to say that there's something wrong with you if you like it. I'm just going to say that I personally don't. I don't really understand it, to be honest. If you ask me anything about it, context-wise, I couldn't tell you. Other than there's Daleks and a blue police box is the TARDIS, and for some reason it's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. And he travels through time and space and crap like that. But it's a female Doctor this time around, which some Doctor Who fans really hated. Others liked. Me, I'm not going to bother commenting on it because there's no real reason why not. It's just that you know, always the Doctor before that was male. So there's they use terms like the 13th or the 12th or the 10th Doctor, right? That's all I really know, right? This year it's a woman, and it was last year, I think, before that as well. Bradley Walsh played a character in Doctor Who. I think the grandfather of one of the guys, I don't know. And this year, John Bishop is in it, who's a comedian who's very funny. He's from Liverpool, so that's great. Yeah, I don't really like Bradley Walsh too much. I think he's just everywhere. He's also done a show based, right, it's just the Darling Buds of May, but it's called something else. I can't remember the family name in the Darling Buds of May, which starred David Jason and other actors as well. What's it called? Anyway, it's got the family name as the title of the programme now. It's kind of like a remake. But the thing is that it doesn't hold a candle. And I don't even need to watch it to know that, because you can't beat, sometimes you just can't beat the original thing. I can name lots of examples, and I will do so in a moment when we start Shima, where we'll get quite a long time to talk, because we are going to Portland, like we did in Uzi Rider. Only this time it's less annoying. Come on, Kenji.
To be truly strong, it is important that you never feel weakness. The business is fortunate enough to have our protection. Settle their accounts today. Go and collect the money immediately, so we can enter it into the casino accounts.
Alright, let's start with Shima, which is going to take a little while, but don't worry. We should be having a decent enough time. So, examples of shows that aren't as good as the original, because they've been remade. Okay, I can do that. Let's start off with Inspector Gadget. Did anyone see the new Inspector Gadget? It's a fucking shite. It's just, oh my goodness. It's bad. Has anyone seen the new Danger Mouse? That's probably awful. Has anyone seen the new Wacky Racers? That was awful. In fact, they were so awful, I don't think they even make them anymore. Because I don't think anyone liked them. Have you seen... I'm trying to think of other shows that have been remade. Not just cartoons, but just shows in general. That went very poorly. Tom and Jerry I don't think is the same as it used to be. They also remade the Disney cartoons, like with Mickey Mouse. The art style is just, I don't think it looks good. You might like it. But anyway, little cutscene here.
I can't pay you, and I wouldn't pay you if I could. Some young gang just jacked up the place. They took everything. You guys are useless. What kind of Yakuza are you anyway?
Alright, rude. Yeah. Uncle BJ's Deli and Groceries. And now it's canon, the guy's name is Bob. Nobody knew that. Didn't used to show his name. I'm just looking for the Diablo graffiti which is on the building to kind of tie it in with the fact that the Diablos are the ones who robbed him. However, it doesn't seem to be on this version. It's definitely on the original. Anyway, let's go to Portland, preferably in a faster car than this. There's a cheater there. We'll take that. Yeah. The art style in that new Disney cartoon thing, it's called Mickey Mouse Adventures, or I don't know, I don't care. I don't care enough. Yeah, don't personally like it. It is probably pretty memeable. I've seen a meme already, made of it, not even a meme, it's just like a clip from the show where Mickey momentarily transforms into like a Gaston type figure from the Beauty and the Beast in a very posh voice and says, "How old is this milk?" And Minnie makes the weirdest fucking face I've ever seen in animation. Yeah, I'm convinced that the shows nowadays are they just exist for people to make memes of them or put clips online. I swear, that's the only point to them existing. Because otherwise, there's just not much there, you know? I know you're probably gonna say, oh, it's your personal opinion. It's just your opinion. Well, sometimes opinions can be closer to the truth than you think, you know? Just saying. Well, we blew up that car, so let's continue in this pony. Not going anywhere near St. Mark's because it's a dangerous place. Yeah. Obviously it's subjective, my opinion towards certain things, but I'm not afraid to share my opinion when it comes to things like TV shows. Because to be honest, it doesn't matter whether I like them or not. There's people out there who do like them. Somehow. I don't know why, I don't know how, but there is. It's just that some things on TV I can't believe people actually watch, you know? And, I was a bit disappointed by one of the recent shows that's new to TV. It's called Complaints Welcome, right? It's on Channel 4, no, was it Channel 4 or Channel 5? Don't remember which one it was. But it stars Tom Allen and two other people who I don't know the names of. I'd never heard of them before that show, actually. Tom Allen is incredibly funny. The only thing is, in that show, he's somehow not incredibly funny. He says the occasional good line now and again, but I just... I don't think that show is very good, to be honest. I was sort of thinking, oh, it's all about complaining about TV, so I'll get to hear people's complaints about random things, right? Because they have cancelled shows before, like Warren was cancelled. That was a good comedy on the BBC. That was starred bloody hell, what is his name? Martin Clunes. And he recently did a drama, which is surprisingly good as well. He's also in Doc Martin, which is a good series as well. Or was. I think it's kind of over now, but still. Pretty long running for what it was. And I don't enjoy Complaints Welcome, because it's just not funny. I know that the whole point is to kind of highlight that some opinions that people have are either, you know, worthy of listening to or not worthy. But they spend a long time on individual opinions like, oh, don't show me blood and gore in this program, or they really shouldn't show a show on TV which is about sex, right? Which, to be honest, I'm kind of with them on that. I'm kind of with them that shouldn't be shown, because, or at least it shouldn't be watched by, well, the complaint is that don't put it on TV because my parents insist on watching it with me, right? Which is just weird. I don't know why that situation ever happened, but still. I agree with that. Don't watch it with your parents. Watch it separately as separate groups. Don't even talk about it afterwards either. Because even when I saw it, it made me feel a bit uncomfortable. And I'm not asexual, by the way. I'm as sex positive as the next guy, but showing it on TV is just somehow not right to me. Right? Because you didn't even really warn people about the content of the show. You just kind of put it on. And I thought it was going to be like they would only be talking about it, which is less uncomfortable. But they didn't show any parts, right? But yeah, okay. I think you can probably guess what kinds of things they would have shown if they didn't show actual body parts, right? Yeah, it really is. Which I agree with. I agree that that would be incredibly awkward, and maybe it should say that, maybe it should have a warning at the start that you may want to leave the room if you're sensitive to this or stuff like that. I don't know. I just agreed that that situation was incredibly weird and awkward, and I definitely wouldn't want to be in that position. I would probably be sick. So yeah, that was one of the complaints. Another complaint was that Channel 5 does too many, I think it's Channel 5 or Channel 4. One of the two did too many programs about Yorkshire as a county, like too many programs set in the county, like Our Yorkshire Farm or Yorkshire Vets or the Yorkshire Dales or stuff like that. And to be honest, I can agree with that, and I'm from Yorkshire. Because the most embarrassing thing as a Yorkshireman, for me personally, is for the TV to be constantly focusing on Yorkshire. And I don't get why, right? Because it's not the best county in the world. I don't think any county in the UK is better than anyone else, right? I don't see what the focus needs to be, and to be honest, I just feel like they're trying to attract tourists, but we kind of already get enough as it is. Yeah, we really do. We don't need this little boost. And also, I once saw a mini. I'm gonna stop talking while we talk to Ray. We're gonna do evidence dash, I think. Right now, let's see if I'm right. Yeah.
I know a real important man in town, a soft touch with, shall we say, exotic tastes and the money to indulge them. He's involved in a legal matter, and the prosecution has some rather embarrassing photos of him at a morgue party or something. The evidence is being driven across town. You are going to have to ram that car and collect each little bit of evidence as it falls out. When you've got it all, leave it in the car and torch it. We're both gonna do pretty well out of this, kid.
Alright, this mission is a little bit of a pain, but we'll get through it. You can probably tell what's going on just by watching. So, yeah, so the most embarrassing moment of my life, being from Yorkshire, was seeing a little video that somebody made, who is obviously very proud to be living in Yorkshire. It was the most embarrassing thing ever. They talked about all the stereotypes that we're tight with money, that we don't like giving it away, that we don't like spending it, that we wear flat caps, that we say "hey up." It was just the most embarrassing thing I have ever seen, because I can tell you for one thing, not everybody in Yorkshire is like that. But the TV and these programs seem to like enforcing these stereotypes. I'm not exaggerating. They seem to like telling the whole world that, hey, this is what we're like. We're very friendly. No, we're not. I've met people from Yorkshire who are incredibly rude. deplorable individuals, right? And you know, these programs kind of paint an idyllic picture of what the county is like, and that's just not the case. All the problems that exist in other parts of the UK we still have. So I'm just saying that it's very embarrassing. It's embarrassing to be put on a pedestal, because we just don't, I don't feel like this county deserves to be put on any sort of pedestal. It's just a county in the UK, that's it. And, you know, excuse me, it really is sort of, I don't know, it's a feeling that you'll only get if you're me. You know, you get the feeling that it's all put on for the sake of the cameras, and that it's giving the wrong impression. You know, those lights flickering, you'll give somebody an epileptic seizure if you do that. An epileptic fit, sorry, seizure, whatever. Yeah, I don't know why the lights still flash on and off. They should probably have fixed that, but why did I get in this van? Can't get in the van anyway, it's gone. I'm waiting for a better vehicle. I suppose the Moonbeam will have to do. I wish I got that cheetah. I agree that there are too many programs focused on Yorkshire. In fact, they counted them all down in the show Complaints Welcome. But yeah, somebody complained about the show Warren. They said they didn't find it funny, or that some part of it was somehow offensive, or shouldn't be on TV. Well, I watched the entirety of Warren, like every single episode, and there was nothing inappropriate. He was a driving instructor who got dragged into other life problems, and was it because there was swearing in the programme? Because if that's it, then there's a lot of comedies now that swear every other sentence. So it can't really be that. Is it the fact it was on the BBC and they didn't think it was appropriate? Well, Mrs. Brown's Boys is. And Mrs. Brown's Boys is a show that swears every other sentence. The only difference is that... okay, the newer episodes are not as funny as the older ones, but the older ones were definitely funny. Even if it is adult humour, even if it is a bit dirty sometimes, it is still funny. Which is great, you know? I think that does deserve to be on the BBC. Maybe not still, the quality has gone down a bit. But overall, yeah, I can say that it's fine to be on the BBC. It's just that there are other shows that they decided to go with on the BBC that I just did not find funny, like Ghosts. The whole joke with Ghosts, by the way, is that there's a bunch of ghosts in this house, right, and they all died in funny ways. But it's just not funny. And also, it's the end of the mission, I'm going to blow up the car. Sorry for ranting and raving on about a bunch of other things other than the game, well, you know what I mean. But that's the end of today's episode, Mission Passed. I do hope you enjoyed everything so far, and I'll see you in the very next episode. It's 6 AM right now where I am, so I'll stop recording stuff for the night, and say see you all later, because see you in the next episode.